Hey there, Darkstar here. Today I'm going to try to learn how to fly the 747-8. I've got a trip planned out from Orly and Paris to Munich. So we're starting at the gate here. Looks like this one has some actual pre-flight stuff you can do. I don't think I can jump up there though. This thing is a monster. Okay, pitot covers are off. We don't appear to have chocks. Engine covers, and I don't know what else we need. I don't know if there's anything else on here. It needs a checklist. You know what? We might have a checklist. Let's see, cabin door. Can we check the nose gear here? Apparently not. It's spinning, but I can't click on it or do anything. For that to be on the left, I don't know why that's... Okay, well, we're gonna call it good. Are the taxi lights even inspectable? Probably not. Pitot tube we did clear. I think it does all of them at once. Let's switch to expert. The angle of attack probe, those are usually these little things. Not that you can actually reach it to inspect it here. Landing gear door, I guess this one. It's so annoying that we can't actually check it. Okay. Standby, pitot tube, we cleared all of those. Anti-collision. Lower anti-collisions. Landing lights. I'm just gonna pretend like we can actually check these things. Emergency exits. Kind of nice if each thing were maintainable and checkable. But I don't think they are. Secure. Engine starter exhaust. Now, there were some covers on the exhausts. Those would appear to be gone. There are little covers on here. So, I'm curious to know if we can check any of those. I'm sure someone who's more expert at this than I am could probably find all of these things. Of course, I know where wing leading edge and trailing edge are, but this we can't actually check either. Oh, couldn't reach that. There's always this weird effect along the edge of things. Some of it's reflections. Like some of it's just maybe because I have frame gen on. Do those tires look flat? Hey, this one we can check. Maybe. No, apparently not. Okay, that finally worked. It's resetting the progress circle there, like constantly. So it won't complete. Strut completed. A lot of tires on that thing. Wonder if we can get into it. Okay, we zoomed all the way up into the cabin. Guess it's down there. Okay. Guess that's the way out. Ah, shoot. Okay, we'll do an external inspection in a minute to get that. All right, we have the usual set of all the overheads. Doesn't look like any of the breakers actually work. So this, I will need the checklist. All right, battery on, external power on if available. So I think that's going to be there, and it did say available. Okay, so battery switch. I bet there's more than one. No, there isn't. Wow, okay. So we can get the battery on. Is that on, or did we just uncover it? There we go. Standby power selector to auto. Okay. Hydraulic demand pump off. I don't know, should all of these go to off? I highlighted them, but windshield wipers off. Landing gear down. Yep, that one I know. External power on if available. Okay, external power 1 and 2 are on. Okay, the IRSs are usually, yeah, there they are right there. I guess we go to a line, right? Now this has put them on nav. I find that odd. Okay, this is not on yet. So we have a problem right there. I hate the way using this look thing breaks your view. So you either can't look up or can't look down anymore once you use it. So I guess we'll come back to some of these things we can't quite do. And we'll check on the IRSs and make sure we get them in nav. So I'm going to leave that off for now. Bus tie switches to auto. Those are there. Generator control switch. Gen control is on. Are they on or off? I think they would just light up the one that it is. Let's see, hover says they're on. Okay. APU selector start. So where do we suppose our APU is? There it is. So start, then automatically goes to on. APU gen switches on when available. Okay, that's going to be here. I assume we are waiting for the APU to actually start. And it probably shows up somewhere here if you know what you're doing. I can hear it winding up. Let's give it a minute. Well, let's check out the lights and see if they're on at least. Available. Generator 1 on, generator 2 on. We are now off of external power. Hydraulic demand pumps select off. I believe those are all still off. Let's double check that those are the right ones. Okay. Engine hydraulic pump switch on. Okay, emergency lights, guard covered. Let's see if we can find them before we use the... Okay, looks like that probably auto arms it when the guard is covered, closed. We might be able to see... Nope. Fuel cross feed switches on. Where does it look like we see fuel? Fuel cross feed switches on. And these ones too. That looks like it just toggles the covers. I'm guessing that this bar means that it's allowing crossfeed, and I feel like this should probably say what you're actually doing. Like this should match this, right? Open, closed, what does on mean? I would assume open, but okay, fuel pumps off. That's a lot of fuel pumps. Anti-ice auto. So what are we on right now? Off. Okay. Window heat switches. In op. On, I guess. Windshield wiper selectors. Those were here, I believe. Already off. Yaw dampener switches are on. Okay, I give up. Ah, there we go. Upper. Oh. Okay, on now. Passenger temp selector to auto. It is. Flight deck temp selector to auto. Close enough, I guess. Cargo temp to auto. Trim air switches on. Trim air is on. Recirculation switches. I give up. Recirc, okay. Those are on. Packs on. Are there 3 of them, I guess? And those are noisy. Isolation valve switches on. And again, what does on mean? Well, they're labeled on, so we'll call them on. APU bleed air switch. APU bleed air is on. Engine bleed air switches must be set to on. Nav lights. On. Logo lights as required, we'll leave those off. Flight directors on, I'm guessing here, but I'm not sure. And both switches switched at the same time, which is probably not realistic, but auto throttle arm. Really, at this point? Guessing that's up here, auto throttle arm. Bank limit selector to auto. Autopilot disengage bar up. Okay, that's up. Landing gear down again. Auto brake selector, rejected takeoff. Parking brake. I always use the keyboard, but I'm sure there's one here somewhere. Okay, I give up. Ah, right there. Okay, so that's on. Speed brake is down. That would normally be here, but I don't see one. I'm thinking it's bugged right now and it'll pop up later, but it's probably out down. Thrust levers are idle and those don't appear either. Interesting. Flaps are flaps also don't appear. Nice. Fuel control switches are all cut off. Seatbelt selector is on. And I'm surprised we don't have the beacon on. But maybe that'll be in before starting engines. Seatbelts. We probably also get passenger lighting set up and maybe some other things here. Okay, I give up. I still don't see it. There's no I either. Flight door, seatbelts. Okay, on. And TCAS ATC selector. I'm guessing that's down here as well. There we go. And we want that to standby. Oh, it already was on standby. Okay. Now, let's come back to the IRS. Well, we still don't have power on here, so I'll leave that unchecked, but... Okay. Hydraulics on auto. Fuel pumps on. And I'm not sure which one those are. All of those? Beacon to both. And now I assume this needs to warm up, but 5, 6. Oh, look, controls have come back. That's bizarre. To transponder. All right, time for engine start. Now that's interesting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, maybe 7 will get us here. So we would turn the packs off. Engine 4 start switch. Pull. Okay. Fuel control. I don't remember which one that was now. 6. To run. I'm guessing once you pull it, you're supposed to probably wait for something to hit some number before you switch it to run. I'm doing this without having watched any like training videos or anything. Oh, you know what? I actually meant to I was going to try to do BeyondATC on this one. At least things look vaguely familiar. I did do some flights in I think the 787, and it's got the kind of glass cockpit, very similar to this one. So, uh-oh, we have a BeyondATC update. Well, I will proceed with engine starts, and then we will. Okay, that's position 7, so we pull that, and then we go to 6. We click run. Oh, I wonder if I probably should have done engine 1 next, right? Gotta keep things balanced. Now it looked like that automatically went back in. So maybe we just wait for that to pop in and then we'll do the next one.
BeyondATC connected.
queen of the sky, the 747-8. It is a behemoth, that is for sure. I think this is my first time flying it. Unless I did some quick and dirty flight somewhere along the way. Alright, we are Airbus 025 Heavy. Okay, let's do engine 1. Engine 1. So let's see if we can pick up. I'm hoping it flies a lot like the 787 did. That one I can fly okay. So, oh yeah, I hate to do this when I'm streaming, but I'm gonna go to my settings. And I don't even know what I need to set up exactly, but I kind of want to turn like ATC off or something in here. Is it? I'm gonna have to BeyondATC MSFS2024 setup. Okay, so under assistances, we turn off AI radio communications, that's already off. ATC enforced flight plan, off. And in sound, which is where I was before, you want to set character voices to 0. And in accessibility, you turn subtitles off. Okay. All right, so now let's try and tune ATIS. I'll try the first frequency here.
VFR conditions. Landing runway 06. Departing runway 07. Transition level 050. Temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Orly. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Orly Airport information Victor. 1625 Zulu. Wind 040 at 12. Temperature 18. Depoint 05. QNH 1014. VFR conditions. Landing runway 06. Departing runway 07. Transition level 050. Temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Orly. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Orly Airport information Victor. 1625 Zulu. Wind 040 at 12. Temperature 18. Depoint 05. QNH 1014. VFR conditions. Landing runway 06.
Okay, that was horrible and loud. I apologize for that. Is there some BeyondATC like volume or something? It's just screaming. Voice volume, input. Whew, that thing is loud. The thing is, normally it's fine. That's just the ATIS audio stream. Well, I don't see anything. Okay, so let's try something here. So we want to get our, I think, clearance first. 1, 2, 1, 5, 5, 5. And then activate it. 1, 2, 1, 5, 5, 5. And I'm still learning how to do this, so I apologize, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's see. Orly delivery, Airbus 025 Heavy, requesting IFR clearance to Munich.
Airbus 025 Heavy, Orly delivery, expect runway 07 RANUX to Echo departure, RANUX transition, initial climb to flat level 060. Squawk 1000.
Uh-oh, I'm having a problem here. Here we go. Expect runway 07, RANU 2 Echo departure, RANU transition, initial climb to flight level 060, squawk 1000, Airbus 025 Heavy.
Airbus 025 Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground 121.815 when ready for push or start.
Contact ground on 121.815 when ready for push or start. Airbus 025 Heavy. Okay, we technically already started 3 of the engines. I'm gonna wait to start the other one now. Because I forgot I was gonna do BeyondATC. I was excited just to get into a new plane, so. Alright, I think we had planned on a runway 6 departure, so I don't know what that's going to mean. We'll figure that out. We may have to replan with SimBrief or something. Okay, so let's contact ground on 121.815. 21815. Orly ground, Airbus 025 Heavy, ready for push and start.
Airbus 025 Heavy, Orly ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Face south, Airbus 025 Heavy. Okay, now what I'm not sure how to do is get an actual pushback here. guess we'll just use Alt-P. Let's see what our external looks like. Oof, Alt-P really only goes straight back. Alright, well, anyway, let's get the brakes off. Start a pushback. We don't even get the animated pushback cart. Okay, an engine start was approved, so we will go ahead and proceed with that. And did we not get a start on engine 1 for some reason? It still popped out here. That's not... Alright, let's stop our pushback. Shut those down for a minute. And we'll reset our parking brake. Engine 1 and 2 came up, I mean engine 3 and 4 came up just fine. Do I need to shut down engine 3 and then start engine the other one? Ugh. Come on. I guess I can I? My throttles aren't even working. Nope. Well, at least I have no throttle animation. I don't know if I have throttle or not. And it seems like these engines are dead. We may have to do the old kickstart it. Fuel pumps are on. Cross feed is on. I don't know if it should be. Can we tell if the engines are running? I can't see them from here. Maybe? They look like they're supposed to be running. Well, let's try. See, these automatically popped in, these have not.
aircraft be advised information Whiskey now current, QNH1014.
So let's see. I still don't have anything on the computer here either. Turn the brightness way up. Well, nope, it doesn't say anything else. Time for the good old control-E. We may have to spawn in on the airport or something. You can't see the engines from here. How are you you're supposed to tell what's going on? I don't know what's going on with my engines, and like I don't even know if these are running. Like I started them. Okay, that's come on now. These move to nav automatically from control-E. And I still don't have any computer. That's not normal, right? And I don't know if you saw earlier, but I didn't have like the speed brake lever or the throttle quadrant, and I can't move the throttle. It certainly sounds like things are running. But I have no... I mean, you can see the throttle changing. It's not animated, and nothing's happening to the engines when I change it. So I think it's bugged. I don't think I did anything wrong. I mean, start is really just click that. And then click run. And it acted like they were starting. See, these two look like they're running, and these two don't. So we're going to restart. All right. Let's go back to LFPO. And I think they said runway 7, right? Runway 7. Yep, runway 7. And then we're flying to Munich. EDDM. And that was supposed to be 8 left. 8 left. And let's change the time just a little bit. Just kind of shooting for an evening flight. Okay, we're skipping the whole taxi thing. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, I can't yet. Look at that wingplex. Womp. And of course we're put on a runway where we have a nice strong crosswind every single time without fail, no matter what runway you're on. Hey, look, we have an FMC up and running. All right, but we do got to set things back up here. We were supposed to... Uh-oh. Nope, I have no BeyondATC radio communications right now. I don't know if it's because we restarted.
Airbus 025 Heavy, ready to taxi to the active.
Airbus 025 Heavy, runway 07 taxi via Lima 3 Whiskey 1 Whiskey 37.
Nope, I still have no radio comms.
Airbus 025 Heavy, runway 07 taxi via Lima 3 Whiskey 1 Whiskey 37.
Okay, it sees the binding key when I try to bind it. There we go. Taxi to runway 07 via Lima 3 Whiskey 1 Whiskey 37, Airbus 025 Heavy. And that's what those should look like. That makes more sense to me. Let's see, can we brighten things here? Are there knobs under here? Nope. Did we get a squawk before? 1,000, right? 1,000. All right, we gotta make this brighter. Maybe? It's not getting any brighter. Nope. No brighter on that one. Let's try this one over here. Oh, this one's not brighter either. Nope. Looks like you only get one chance. Okay, we'll try this one. Hopefully this won't get in the way too much. I guess we can always pull it if we need to. I love it. Okay. I think we look good. Are we able to see what do we have in here? we not on runway 7? What the heck runway? Didn't I pick 7 when I spawned in? Well, we're gonna have to take a violation there because I'm not changing runways at this point. Runway 7 to Munich, 8 left. This looks like our flight plan. Let's compare with SimBrief. There we go. I don't know. Let's re-import. Okay, that looks more like a match. Let's send to ATC and avionics. We did not get an execute here. So I'm guessing the other thing we need to do is get our everything loaded into the aircraft itself, which I was going to do, but didn't. Oh. What? That's just bizarre and not right. So we were supposed to have 259 passengers on board, but apparently, I don't know if we're in the freighter one. I'm pretty sure I select the passenger one. Unless it reset when I went out, came back in. But I don't really care so much. But there's not even a separate cargo tab. So do we just load up? I think it was, like, they really need to let you just enter the number or something. Because I need like 60,000. I know I can do this. 6, 5, 4, 3. That's not enough, that's too much, that's fine. Puts our balance off there. Let's see, on fuel we needed 36.5. That seems like a lot. Okay, that's close. Puts us way off on our weights. And why does this say empty center of gravity? Like, you can't, I don't think you can shift the empty center of gravity in a plane. You can add ballast, you can shift the center of gravity that way, but you can't make the you can't change the empty. So I don't know what they really mean there. Okay, what else we got? We got cost index 25, 40,000 feet. And it keeps screwing up my view. I can't change my view at all, over and over. All right, let's try settings, weight and balance. Okay, so we were supposed to have 259, 259 passengers. I wonder if it didn't recalculate the fuel. Cargo was 143. I don't remember what fuel was, but it was like 37 something. Can we even override that? I think I saw something up here about these fuel. Yeah, well, I wonder if that actually changed the fuel, or who knows? So our zero fuel weight should be 5448. This has it a lot less, but it has our center of gravity way off as well. So I'm just curious if I put in it did change what it's showing here. Gross weight 569. Landing weight, takeoff weight. So I feel like we should be a little heavier, even though we have more fuel. We'll go with that. Let's get in some numbers here. Okay, I'll assume it's done that correctly. We wanted a cost index of 25. Okay, and we have 400 is our cruise altitude. Let's go with a full power takeoff. Flaps was 10 is what it said. Okay, 10. Rafts match the do not match. It's got different numbers here than here, but they're close enough. But the SimBrief calculated one was VR of 135. This has a quite a bit higher. We'll go with this one, 148. Okay, I think that's our... This has departing runway of 6. What runway are we actually on? Somehow we got 6. This doesn't have... Legs only has one of one. Let's try and see if any of these head our way. That one's pretty close. Let's do that one. DIKO2 Fox. Okay. We don't even have a destination. EDDM. Mike. Says takeoff speed's deleted, but okay, now we got 141. And so we've got up to RANU in here. So let's go ahead and do our arrival, I guess, at least what we think it'll be. We're thinking it was 808 left. Oh, this doesn't have destination airport in it either. Why it wants to go over to here. Direct. They're probably going to give us, if BeyondATC is still running, it'll probably give us vectors. Anyway, okay. Still didn't come up here. Okay, let's see. So after RANU, it just has the ILS, so it's missing all of this. I don't know that I want to enter it all manually. Let's just start with the major ones. EXCOS. I hate this keyboard. I wish I could just type on my regular keyboard. And then over to ELMOX. And then down to ROKIL. And then good enough, right? Like, even when I changed it, the light didn't come on. I wonder if I did this and then did execute, if it would change anything. Nope, doesn't look like it did. So we can't import our route that way. Put our speed brake away. Do we have animation on the throttle? We do. Okay, flaps are at 10. Let's get our trim. For takeoff, what did this give us for trim? Did we 5.7? No way. Really? 5.7? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go middle of the green range. Okay, rotate 141. And let's get the autopilot set up a little bit. So we're supposed to be below 2,000 at this point. And then we can climb. You know what, let's just go up to 40,000. And oh, we need to go to, oh, that's way accelerated. Okay, that's about runway heading. Still need to get this up.
All aircraft be advised information X-ray now current, QNH1014.
Alright, auto throttle is armed, flight director is on. We are in takeoff go around mode. Brakes are set. Lights are on. I think that's what we need to mostly get set up. All right, parking brake off. Autopilot on. Let's just hold current heading for now. These are so dim. Panel. Let's get LNAV and VNAV on. I think it's trying to meet our altitude restriction here. My bad. Let's see. Forgot about BeyondATC here. Oh, we forgot to get. Whoops. Well, let's kill it and restart.
BeyondATC connected.
Why are you stalling out? Understand what's going on. Like normally you put on VNAV and you've got throttle automatically, right? Auto throttle is armed, but it doesn't seem to have ever come on. Seem to be doing anything. Approach localizer. Different autopilots. Hold altitude, vertical speed. Nothing. Yeah, I'm having so many problems here. Is the auto throttle on or not? Why would it stall itself out? Like, and why is it seesawing? Climb continuous thrust on. Sure, I like that. Nope, can't have it. Not allowed. Auto throttle speed mode off, on. Nope, not allowed. I did when it was stalling out. I'm not right now. Maybe it thinks I am? It says VNAV speed. Now it seems to be working. I don't know. It's in flight level change mode now. See, well, why is it descending? It went into 1,000 foot per minute dive. Okay, whatever. It says speed now. Oh, is that what that's what we want, right? It is controlling the throttles. It's just not climbing. Do we have an altitude restriction here? I think it's just got a predicted altitude, not a restriction. Can we do that? Okay. Well, nope. Nope, it's pitching down again. I don't understand why VNAV wants to go and do a dive. We're below even what this indicates. It says flight level like 2-3 something. Yeah, this is a learning flight, so just trying to figure out how everything works. Normally I do these before I live stream, but I thought it might be fun to do it live streaming. Well, now it's holding its altitude, but I really want to climb. Just not sure why VNAV is not working. It does seem to me that this plane maybe has some issues, though, in 2024. Okay, now that we're in flight, we're climbing, everything's looking okay. Let's see if we can get some more waypoints in here. Let's see, LIPNI, LIPNI, and that would go right before EXCOS, that one. Then EXCOS, okay. Okay. So VALIC. Goes there. And MEDOX. Goes right before VALIC, right? Oh, you know what? We never, BeyondATC never worked. Let's see.
Orly departure, Airbus 025 Heavy, flight level 249er.
Airbus 025 Heavy, Orly departure, good afternoon, identified, descend to flight level 190.
190, negative. We'll come back to you later. All right, what's next? EXCOS. I don't think I'm going to enter all of these. This is a straight shot, so really no point. I wonder why it went up and over here. Could be winds, could be... I don't know. Geopolitical, who knows? Alright, let's double check that arrival. It's 8L. 8L, okay. Now we could try to enter. Let's try to enter this. Is that T104? Nope. And here we are with this problem. Nope. Guess I don't know how to enter these routes on here. How's our route looking? I mean, that'll get us there. It'd kind of be nice to enter one of these. Let's see. It says use the route page. Hello. Seem to be sticking through the... Ah, there we go. Okay. So I don't know how to insert one, but we'll give it a shot. Just T104. Right, then ROKIL. And that linked that up automatically, nice. Okay, and we had EXCOS here. Okay, I skipped this one before, but we could do it. VIBOM, which goes right before ELMOX. Nope. Okay. This is a consequence of VNAV not working. Really? We don't have the speed brakes on, do we? Flaps did come up, I think. Gear is up. VNAV went back off as well. Well, it's slowly accelerating here. What are we supposed to be able to do? Mach 8.3 or something? It's just kind of bizarre that VNAV is just holding our altitude. Like, what are you doing?
In this video,
Okay, and how are we doing on fuel? I think we ended up with a whole bunch of extras, so. Okay, let's check out VNAV. care about that waypoint that much, but can't fetch weather. And progress. Should have a ton of fuel at our destination. Well, so I might try this again later and see, like restart and see if VNAV works, but I don't know. Let's hope it'll do the descent. Okay, can we still do the same thing on here where we go to legs here. No. Do I need to be in map mode maybe? Or plan mode? Plan, there we go. Ah, okay. Now I can go step. Okay. Great. I can see top of descent on here as well. Let's zoom in a little. Gets us on final. Okay. All right, next thing to plan for would be the ILS, 8 left. Let's see if we have a chart. 8 left. Now what I don't know is which of these are which. Com. In that case, there's no nav radio entry or something. I wish we could brighten this up. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working even. We don't need to hit exec or something, do we? Huh. It's just completely not working. Okay, so how to enter, or make sure we're going to be on the right ILS frequency here. Aha! 1095, automatically got it in. course, this says 80, this says 79. So I guess it already has it. So here's ROKIL. Okay, we're at altitude now. Forgot to switch to standard because we're fighting with other systems, but am I just crazy, or should only one of these lights be on? Doors, okay. Nav, checklists. Not sure what that message means. Is that just the name of the display? Weird that when this is up here, this has the cabin altitude info, but when I put it on nav, that goes away over here. Lower center. Should be that one. It seems like these lights aren't working right as well. All right. Let's try BeyondATC again, see if it'll sync up.
BeyondATC connected.
Did not want to work before. thought the cost index really just more drives like what your cruise speed is. Center seems to be off. Turning them on made the alarm go off, but it didn't do anything. Fuel tank, ENG. Could it have anything to do with crossfeed or? Or maybe it's just a notice that, hey, that tank is empty. I think we just got, that's got to be a different VOR, right? I wonder if it's that one that just popped up. Because this is ZWN, which is that one, which is not the one we're looking for. We want IM, NE, India Mike November Echo. Okay, let's first look at, or I guess next look at arrivals. I guess we're north. Does look like it has flight level restrictions, but we should be below them anyway. Well, at least a 1B1. Yeah, I opted not to fly down here and back up. Just a test flight anyway. Okay, so it looks like we can descend down to about 5,000. Now can we enable VNav? No, we cannot. So I guess we're on our own for vertical navigation. I think this doesn't work either. Yeah. Just for show. Okay, before we get too far away here, let's double check our approach. We were gonna do 30 flaps, 135. That's a good question. Let's see, previous page. It doesn't have one apparently. Maybe that one? 0.85 though. This should be descent, right? Not cruise. I don't know, what do you think? Lingen Center, Airbus 025 Heavy, at flight level 400.
Airbus 025 Heavy, landing radar, radar contact.
Legs page. So it's got auto speeds of 268, which is faster than I'm going right now. So it shouldn't be that. Okay, how do I do that? Because when I turn on VNAV, it automatically slows down, and there's no speed intervention on here. So VNAV, set 218 as the target speed. I don't have any control here. This doesn't give me any control. So I don't see a way to do VNAV without speed control. Press knob. Got it.
Airbus 025 Heavy, landing radar, expect ROKIL 1 Alpha, runway 08 left.
What is this, an Airbus? What did they just give us? Expect ROKIL 1 Alpha, runway 08 left, Airbus 025 Heavy. Star, let's put this in. Arrival. And I don't know which of these to use. None, I guess. Langen radar, Airbus 025 heavy, ready for descent.
Airbus 025 Heavy, ROKIL 1 Alpha, runway 08 left, descend to flight level 100.
Runway 08 left, descend to flight level 100. Yeah, this changes to knots. So what are you flying these days? I was kind of thinking about doing an around the world tour in the Kodiak or something. I was gonna do a little research on like what are the most difficult stretches to cover, like how far apart between airports do you have to go and that kind of stuff. Can you make it around the world in a Kodiak? I don't know. Kind of feel like we're not making it down fast enough, but are you doing SU1 like live, or are you doing the SU2 beta? And did you do a 6-hour flight in real time or sim rate? SU1. Kind of gave up on career mode for now until they fix some stuff. Alright, it looks like we'll make it down. Yikes. Yeah, the 737 doesn't like to go very high on sim rate.
Airbus 025 Heavy, contact Munich radar 120.65.
Munich radar on 120.65, Airbus 025 Heavy. Nice. All right. Decimal 65. Munich radar, Airbus 025 Heavy at flight level 230 and descending to flight level 100.
Airbus 025 Heavy, Munich radar, identified.
I wonder how they improve FPS and stuff without an update. Okay, thanks. I've been trying to use SimBrief more and go with what it says instead of just max flaps, but like this one did say flaps 30. So on this landing, should I go with flaps 30 or something else? It also said brakes 4. Okay, transition 5,000 in this one. We'll try and go. Why is that not working? Huh. I can only do barrel. It won't go to radio. Setting this is just way too painful. Wonder why you can't. Both dials change the setting, not the radio or barrel. Okay, we're going too fast here, so we have to slow down.
Airbus 025 Heavy. Contact Munich arrival 128.03.
Munich arrival on 128.03, Airbus 025 Heavy. Okay, there we go. 128.03. Munich arrival, Airbus 025 Heavy, flight level 112.
Airbus 025 Heavy Munich arrival, QNH1017, expect the ILS runway 08 left with the MIC transition.
QNH 1017, expect ILS 08 left with the MIQ transition, Airbus 025 Heavy.
Airbus 025 Heavy, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1017, Airbus 025 Heavy.
Airbus 025 Heavy, cleared direct MIC, cross MIC at or above 5,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 08 left.
Cleared direct MIC, cross MIC at or above 5,000, cleared ILS 08 left, Airbus 025 Heavy. That is a very weird approach. I don't think we're going to make it down to 5,000 in time, no. Let's get some flaps out. So do I have to use the air brakes? There we go. That'll be close enough. Checklist incomplete. We have not, in fact, done our checklist. We also never got our lights off. So I owe them like some thousands of dollars for changing lights. Probably. Okay, descending to 5,000, we're almost there. Okay, we have 08 left as our selected runway. Runway should be coming into view here. There's the airport area, I think. Not sure. My graphic setting may not be sufficient for that. Better find it soon, though.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear,
Yep.
landing gear, landing gear,
I was
landing gear, landing
probably put
gear,
down too much flaps
landing
too
gear,
early.
Landing gear, 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 landing gear,
Really?
landing gear, landing gear.
Oh, that's bad. No frames.
Landing gear.
Yikes. Now we're back at 60. Weird. I gotta see again. Okay, now it's okay. I guess it just needed to load it in. Should be back there now. I'm glad I picked an evening arrival instead of a morning one. I'd hate to be flying into that. No HUD? Okay, brakes are at 4, speed brake is armed. Seems like a very tight turn. Gotta love their terrible auto throttle PID settings on this thing. thing. Yikes. Watching these things struggle is just hilarious. Okay, cut that out. We'll just fly it. Does this thing fly more like an Airbus or more like a Boeing? Feeling kind of Airbus-esque, but I guess not.
Airbus 025 Heavy, you're off course. Cleared direct X128. Resume on navigation.
What? Okay, killing that. I was about to report established, but getting way low. autopilot. Warning.
400. Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums. 200.
It's interesting that the way the tiller is working there. So I guess now we would ask if it was working. We would ask BeyondATC for clearance to taxi. You really don't feel the ground speed in this thing, do you? It feels like we're barely moving. We're already going 21. Going over the road. Better than the autopilot, huh? That thing was going crazy. It might have eventually settled in, but I just didn't trust it. Where's the marshal? I need directions. I wonder how far we're supposed to pull up in this thing. Some of the airports have markings, like, for different planes. This one just seems to have a nothing. Well, we made it, sort of. Definitely need more practice. Let's see, landing here. We need to get our flaps up, speed brakes off. APU started. We should have done that a while ago, I guess, probably. That's not the APU. There's your APU. So we'll give that a minute. Landing lights off. We're We're here, so taxi lights can come off. Auto brake is off. Flaps are up. Move this back to... Where did it go? Hang on, I'll find it. There it is. Okay, parking brake set. APU gen switches on when the APU is on. I don't know how to tell when the APU is on. Electric. On some planes there's a separate APU indicator, but I guess we'll just hope that it's on. It says available, so we'll go with that. Hydraulic demand pumps. Go to off. And up. Is that? Yeah, those four. Fuel control switches should be all off, I guess. Seat belts. You may now depart. That was down here, which I can't get to right now. Oh, somehow they got turned off. Weird. Oh, maybe I did the wrong thing? Oh, yeah, I did. I turned the fuel pumps off, not the selectors. And then once engine shut down, the beacon can come off. Taxi lights off. Flight directors off. Both changed. And our transponder goes to... I just did it. Okay, stand by. There we go. External power off. We didn't get it on. Emergency lights. That was back here. Goes to off. Packs off. APU off. And battery, but we didn't get battery on. Or maybe it already was on. Get that off in order, but seems to be shutting down. So there's our first 747 flight. Let's check in on career mode. This is SU2. I bet they still don't have any charter flights. I did a helicopter mission yesterday and I crashed at the very end. What? Okay, that must be some of the stuff I did. Maybe like part of that helicopter flight and something. Oh, no, I did a Saab 340. Okay. Didn't even count the helicopter one. Which probably means... Really? 1 hour of flying, and I already have to maintain this. Okay, good. Maybe I won't have to do everything. I'm curious to see in airlines. So in my career mode, I don't turn on crew on anything I paid about more than 2 million for because of this. Like that cost like $1 million right there. It had been maintained before, and I only made 2 million. I can't remember, did I do... Let's check cargo transport. Like this was a brand new plane, I've never flown it. Okay, I didn't have to repair it, that's good. Okay. And of course there's no way to know which ones you'll have to maintain, right? I guess they're all flyable, or it would say like something here, I think. So, and still I bet no charter missions. Somebody pointed out that these are backwards. Which I thought was funny. A freelancer would be someone that goes to different companies and does ad hoc flights, right? And an employee would be someone that works for a company and does company flights. So it seems like these are backwards. I wonder if it's a translation error. Because a lot of the language seems to be French to English translations. The phrasing is awkward in English and some other stuff. But yeah, no charter. I think some other mission types are missing too. At least I have the filters. That is somewhat helpful. Okay. It's better if I do it here, because if you don't have the in this case it probably helicopters, then it won't show up. So that is there. Firefighting is there. Doesn't seem to be any initial attack missions. Ag, rotorcraft. No cargo transport heavy, that's not surprising. Medium, super heavy, there won't be any. Where do we go? No charter. Which is what I want to test. Of course they have these. Medevac was there. Airline transport. Like there's none for any of these locations, really? They just don't show up? That's weird. I don't know. Search and rescue plane. Yeah, there's some. Hoist. Rotorcraft. Just one out here? Wow. And skydive. Yeah, what about the... So I wasn't flying any of those. That was all... I flew the Saab and I flew one helicopter. And it only gave me credit for flying the Saab. And then that was like 1 hour of that. And like yesterday I'd gone through and repaired them all. Like, you know, did full maintenance on everything. I was a little curious how putting crew on would affect them. And like I said, in my career, in non-beta, I turned crew off on anything that cost me more than about 2 million. Because it just didn't seem economically viable. It was costing me more to repair them than I was making. So I turned it off on everything that was very expensive that I wasn't flying. But it's been 3 weeks, or I think. Where's charter? Why is there no charter missions at all? Yeah, that's where my... I did one. I didn't do very well on it, but I don't know if you saw it yesterday. I made like 29 million on one mission. This is still super slow. And I think I would have made more if I didn't get dinged down on everything. Not all of which was my fault, but some of it was. Where did it go? Yeah, here. So, 29 million payout. And the base income was supposed to be 17 million. I think because I got dinged down on it that it only paid 11. But then bad weather, another 11. And I didn't skip, so got a little bit there. Yeah, then the new payouts in beta are considerably better. Even the medevac ones aren't bad. So like if we go medevac, So their base is like hovering around 1 million. Charter was even more. But medevac would be a nice intermediate now. I thought there were even more better payouts on medevac, but I guess not. The other problem is a lot of the planes aren't working right now. How come I can't click on it? Yeah, of course. I make that in beta, right? So it doesn't count. Not letting me in. I just want to see what planes I can use. Come on. Okay, there's an easier way to... No, there isn't an easier way to do it, is there? They had fixed this problem and now it's back. There we go. Okay, so you can use the PC-24 now. That was broken for a while. You could also use the C-90. I don't think that's going to change anything else. So those are the only ones you can use right now. So if we go to the company, and say buy, what do we have on offer here? Just those three. Okay, so that matches up at least. And private charter that we can't fly, of course, has all the interesting ones. Still no longitude, just the CJ4. I swear the longitude was here before. Like, why not put like these three options like right here? Like buy used, buy new, buy marketplace. Just pick the one you want from here. Like, I don't think you need a whole extra level of menus. Oh yeah, the prices went up. Some people are thinking to buy them in regular mode before they do the upgrade, because you might be able to sell them at the increased prices, but I don't know. Wouldn't trust them. Might be like the PC-12, and then instead it just breaks and you lose it and there's nothing you can do about it and you sell it at a loss or something. Who knows? I can't remember if I've flown the 408 much or not. Might have to go check it out. Let's see if we can find a mission actually. Aircraft. 408. Okay. Now where is my 408? Probably over here somewhere. All seem to be 3 hour. Okay. Nope. It's doing that thing again. There's a plane in the marketplace I was looking at. The island hopper plane? Can we look at the marketplace from here? I was gonna try to look up some reviews on it and see if anyone's got it. Of course, you can't use anything in career mode right now. This one. The BN2 Islander. Looks fun. If I get it, I'll live stream my intro flight. Whoa, okay. I probably should have sold some of that fuel, because I was gonna skip to descent. Will be heavy. They still haven't done much with skip to descent. I can't tell if they fixed anything. Oh, hey, how was the volume level on the BeyondATC person, like the last time they were on? I tried to turn the volume on them down. Were they super loud? Oh, come on. Like, I can put it on right now as well. Let's see.
BeyondATC connected.
That seems super loud, even though I've turned it down. Yeah. I think I would need to set up different audio streams in OBS and then turn that one down, because just turning it down on Windows itself didn't do it. Is that it? Nope. On the wing. There, what? Okay, can we get in here? Nice. Okay, I think I maybe did fly this plane. Looks a little bit familiar. I think I'm just gonna auto start though. Goodness. Just I'm pretty sure I've never flown this plane in a mission before. One thing we need to check are that it's set up the right way. Yep, it's okay.
Pause system test. Okay.
So that means I'll have prop RPM control. Condition is not working. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. There's one. Guess we just need taxi on. We need transponder somewhere. Maybe on here. Standby on out. And BFR. And now we need bleed air. Outside air temperature 16. Lights, I'm guessing. Okay, not up there. Let's try yield checklist. It's not going to be that one. I don't see this say anything about bleed air. Probably want that on. We got that on. None of those seem to really work. Bleed air on. There we go. Whoops. Reset the view. There we go. Where is it sending me here? Why aren't my brakes working? Why are you sending me all the way around there? There it is. Well, to me, it's super, super loud. Like they're like screaming in my ear. This is more of a just, do these missions work very well? Kind of test. I'm having some issues with the brakes on this one. What do you use for controllers? Yeah, it's like the brakes aren't working. Let's reboot our brakes. Huh. Condition levers still don't work. Controls are okay. Throttle seems to be okay. Hello. Whoops. Let's try that again. I don't think my controls are working. I didn't think it would work so well with the brakes not being controllable, but this time let's try just skip. Don't worry so much about the condition levers, but the brakes kind of need to work. And I was asking about the controllers. Anyone can answer if they want. I was thinking about getting or trying to get the MOSA force feedback yoke. Okay, transponder. Get this guy on. Okay, let's see. Nope, the brakes still aren't working. It's like the brakes are on a little bit or something. Well, they seem to be off now. The kind of plane where you blow up your engines if you run them full out, or are we good? ITT's in the green, torque's in the green, RPMs are a little high. It's leaking. Is that oxygen? Right, I have everything off. That's why I'm not hearing them. Let's just turn that on so we can see it. And then I need to remember to turn on sound. And I feel like there was something else. Oh, these are forced in career. Okay.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Verify squawking Fife tree 24.
Approach. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree for miles north of Echo Tree 6, 5,100 feet. Request IFR to Tree Whiskey 7. Ready to copy.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree is cleared to Tree Whiskey 7 Airport as filed. Squawk Fife tree 24.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha, 6 tree cleared to tree Whiskey 7 Airport as filed. Squawk 5324.
Radar contact 5,900 feet. Altimeter tree 026, continue to C2E following heading tree 60. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain flight level 240.
Continue to C2E following heading tree 60. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain flight level 240. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree, contact Oakland Center on 119.75. Good day.
Hang it.
119.75 for Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree.
This is so broken.
Oakland Center, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree is passing 7,200 feet climbing flight, level 240.
Can this plane fly?
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Oakland
I don't
Center,
think so.
Altimeter tree 026. Radar contact. Continue to C2E.
C to B. All right, let's try a decrease by 10,000.
Oakland Center, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Request 14,000 feet.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree.
Oh, it's got the boxes on there, nice. What do we want here? We want 4.
Oakland Center, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Request 10,000 feet.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Now we want
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree.
Oops, wrong way. Guess we're already there. Okay, now we can skip to descent.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Okay, let's get some things on. I think that should take care of those.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Contact Seattle Center on 126.1. Good day.
And then, do we have autopilot on? We do not yet. Heading hold. I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing or where we are yet.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Did you hear my last transmission?
Sure.
126.1, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Seattle Center, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree is passing 3,400 feet, climbing 3,600 feet.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree, Seattle Center, altimeter tree 030. Radar contact. Continue.
Thank you.
Seattle Center, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Cancel IFR at this time.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Okay.
Tree Whiskey 7 traffic. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree. Tree miles north for 1,900 feet. Inbound to land. Runway 4. Tree Whiskey 7 traffic.
Okay, I think. Forgot I'm not in a fighter jet here. We are way high. I don't know what flap speeds are allowed here. And I just tried to put gear down. I'm like, why are there no gear going down south? Fixed gear. What are our flap speeds? I don't hear any trim sounds either. It's hard to tell if trim is working. Seems to be pretty subtle. There it is. This is a weird flying plane. It's very bouncy.
500. 400. 300. 200.
Tree Whiskey 7 traffic. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 tree is on final. Runway 4 to land. Tree Whiskey 7 traffic.
Seems like this plane has a few issues. But mostly it worked.
Tree Whiskey 7 traffic. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha 6 Tree is taxiing to parking. Tree Whiskey 7 traffic.
I think I accidentally bumped the prop RPM levers there at the end. And again, the brakes aren't working right.
Home sweet home.
Haven't done a medium cargo mission in a while. Does not pay that well. Not compared to the other one. Oh, my reputation is taking a beating. Alright, well I think I'm gonna go grab some dinner and got some work to do. So y'all have a good evening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the help. I'll watch some training videos on the 747 next and maybe do a little better next time. All right. Bye.